Today was wild. PSA and Frontwave Arena, home of the San Diego Clippers, held a collectibles event right outside before the game. I walked away with one of the craziest comic book deals I've ever landed, from PSA grading Pokemon cards to a $350 price drop on a signed X-Men 97 Grail.
We are at the Frontwave Arena doing a PSA and Ninja Expo event. Let's see what they got.
The first table I stopped at had a super clean PSA graded Charizard, some gorgeous full art cards, and a whole setup of vintage holos. I talked to a couple of the vendors about the current market values, what's rising, what's cooling off, and then we ended up deep diving into the values of graded modern versus vintage Pokemon. Look at the texture on the cards. The modern full arts and special illustration rares are honestly some of the best looking pieces of art Pokemon has ever produced. I think that's why modern cards are starting to become more expensive than some of the original 151 and more vintage cards. But beyond the art, I wanted to talk about what I'm hearing from the guys behind the tables today. I spent a lot of time talking to vendors at this event, and the consensus is interesting. The market is finally cooling off. A lot of these cards that were hitting moon prices a year ago are finally starting to settle back down. Most vendors told me that we're seeing a healthy correction from those post-pandemic highs. One vendor actually told me it's the best time to buy in over 2 years. Why? Because the fast money scalpers are moving on.
Just got all these guys.
Look.
I like this enamel pin. It's like a mix of Venom and Gengar.
They got Super Smash Brothers here. Yeah, it looks like it's running. So my question was, I just bought all of these cards that are like anywhere from $1 to $9, and I would be stoked if I pulled them in a pack, which is also $7 to $8 a pack. So my question to the expert is, why are singles so much cheaper than buying packs?
So you gotta understand it's a marketplace, right? So there's a marketplace, there's a demand, and there's a supply. So for example, the Radiant Steelix here, this is not much in demand because no one really, it depends who wants the card, right? So if there's more of a demand, it drives up the price. For example, the Mega Lucario, right? In terms of that, this card right here, this is a $300 card raw. So if you were to get this card, the terms of the chance of you getting this card versus this card is a lot harder when you open packs. And then also the demand for this card is a lot higher because it's like more, I guess I believe the hype that's behind it too, and it's a newer set also. When you have things Radiant like Radiant Steelix, I think this is an awesome card.
I thought so too. I'm like, for $1, man.
Amazing.
That's
a
cool.
deal, right? But at the same time, there's not a lot of people looking for this card specifically. Demand's out there.
So it's all supply, demand, basic economics.
It's basic economics when you're looking at the market. It's a marketplace.
So I was thinking these cards are pretty cool, but people like to buy packs because they want to rip and go after the grail. But I have a feeling like if you were going for that, you'd probably spend more than $1,000 trying to rip it, right?
We bought the box. The first box we got it in that box.
How much was that box?
It was like $280.
Oh, so you got really lucky.
No, we got really lucky. My wife is super lucky. So she actually, you know the Umbreon SAR that's from Prismatic Evolutions?
Yeah.
She got this Pikachu, right? and then also that Umbreon in the same pack.
Oh my god.
From a $10 tin from Walgreens.
That the Umbreon that's like 1,700.
No, that's actually 1,000 now, but it went down in price.
Oh, it went down to 1,000.
Yeah. So the
Oh,
Umbreon,
shit.
both of those cards in the same pack.
That's
Out of a $10
amazing.
So that's just the kind of luck she has. That's why she opens every pack.
Some people really like. We talk about that. We just went to Pachanga last week, and
Nice!
my wife has horrible luck. Like her whole life, and like her fans and family always talked about it. And like I've known her for 6 years. I'm like, it's true. Her luck is really bad. I feel like mine's like so-so. Like it's not great, but it's not horrible either.
Yeah, you'll win a little bit here and there.
Yeah, I'd probably like even out, if not just get a tiny bit higher. So I think luck is a real thing.
It really is.
It's like when you're born, God's like, I'll give you some extra luck attributes.
You know what it is? What I honestly believe in Pokemon, and this is like a theory of mine, okay? Is that when you're there, someone who doesn't care about the cards or doesn't know much about it, they're going to be a lot more luckier than people who do care more about it. So, for example, if you have someone who doesn't know anything about the cards or anything about it, give them the pack and let them open it.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee they're going to be the one who finds that card.
Well, you're like, I'll let you open this, but I'm going to keep it though.
Exactly, 100%. Sorry, but I know you don't care about it, so it doesn't matter. So just let me have it.
They also have comic book vendors.
Oh, that's sweet. Signed and sketched by Cal Dodd, Adrian Hugh, JP, Matthew, Lenorzon. I'm pretty sure those are all the voice actors. Yeah. I'm gonna ask him how much he's selling this for. Oh wow, Iron Man #1 for $550. That's actually a sweet one. Ultimate Fallout 4. Spider-Man Gold. I just had the silver sent to CGC to get signed by Todd McFarlane. Iron Man 55.
I really bad.
Tomb of Dracula #1. That one's. These are all like some major keys. Secret Wars #8. First appearance of the Black Suit. Alpha Flight 33. X-Force 11. First appearance of Domino. Man, for $90, I might grab that one. Yay! Eternals #1. If that movie had done better, it'd probably be worth more than what it is. It's interesting. Dark Knight's Metal #3. Signed by Greg, Capullo, and Scott. Incredible Hulk 105. Whoa. Detective Comics 97. What? I wonder what year that was. This is probably like the oldest comic book I've ever held. That's a cool one. Let's see what the back looks like. I don't know what that. Oh, it's like a battery company. That's interesting. Batman 62 facsimile. And a Wolverine #4. That's sweet. These are some really cool key issues. Picking up all of these. Variant Absolute Batman 15. A Wolverine number 2. Uncanny X-Men 283 and 282. First appearance of Bishop, I believe. And Absolute Batman 14, just to read. And then X-Force 11, the first appearance of Domino.
Before we knew it, the day flew by, the sun started to set, and the vendors were packing up. Right as everyone started closing down, the arena gates opened. It was perfect timing. My wife and I had front row seats right behind courtside, and the view was insane. We noticed how tall all the athletes were. The mascot kept coming up to us, messing around and hyping up the crowd. It was a really fun way to end the incredible day. A huge thank you to PSA and Frontwave Arena for the invite. I walked in a basketball fan and walked out with a Domino key issue first appearance, a signed X-Men 97 Grail. So if you enjoyed the hunt, hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more grading stories coming your way. See you in the next one.